frequency who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him. So we gave him the... If your plan works...
Okay. I'll do my best.
Tom's encrypted. Until you make... Can you do that?
Right. Bring it on.
You can do this. Stand on the platform. Tom, talk to me.
Sure.
This frequency is only going to work once. You know who doesn't make the same mistake twice.
We are about to begin the undercover achievement, step by step. I'm about to school y'all.
So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Yeah,
oh, man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
There it is, see?
Do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Okay,
Come on,
bitch.
I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signal.
Just get all the information you can. About synth. About the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal, and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the RF. We got it.
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
Now.
Alright. Before you do anything, let's look around for goodies.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Let's stick this holotape in there. Oh, there it is. Okay. What was the last? Was it the network scanner or the fucking network scanner, right? see what our date is. The Patriot. Let's take this off. Alright, which way to go now? Inaccessible. Alright. Guess we're gonna go through this motherfucker. Alright.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
My daddy, bitch.
Sean. It's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes. It's me. Your dad.
What's going on? Father? Father!
I'll kill them for this. All of them.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Please, Sean. I'm your father. Talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me. Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, Your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Bullshit.
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you, kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking...
Right. So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's...
In a manner of speaking, the Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create it. I am their father. Through science.
Sean.
I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
So you're in charge.
I am the acting... The Institute.
It doesn't matter what they think.
I'm glad we... Ultimately, the common... Just give me time. What else can... Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
I don't expect you to understand or agree with the decision. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology... He never failed the Institute. But his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
I think I've heard it.
Very well. The Institute is on... I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people. And now...
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see... Forgive me. I'd assumed that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against them. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself. I am glad to hear. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll just...
This a clean floor. Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Is it true food supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
The railroad sent me to look for someone they call Patriot. That's you.
What? The railroad? As in the railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths at once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know? Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, C-1. He's a friend. He's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger.
Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, C-1. He's a friend. He's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I find that hard to believe.
That's what the railroad does, C-1. He's from the surface.
If you insist we speak in front of him...
Right now.
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
Of course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed and stored. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the instant. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
I'll find it for you.
That's great. Unfortunately, the obvious place to look won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Let's get that done this time since we're here real quick.
You had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274? Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our...
Hi, Doctor.
I wonder how the Warwick
Welcome.
family is doing.
So good to have you here.
Young
Dr.
Wally must
Clinton
be
Holden,
10 years old. Head of the bioscience. Remarkable.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see the work he's doing.
Excuse me.
It's truly amazing.
I look forward...
In that case, let me, as the name implies, our most important director. To that end, we've even started to... You probably saw the gorillas.
Yes, it was.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work, I'm sure I've taken up...
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say... In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer...
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
Banana for all the gorilla.
Dr. Holdren's Synth Gorilla project is showing promising results.
I would be happy to assist you.
Okay.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
Thought of you, girl.
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of...
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, it's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes. That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out release all of those cameras.
Where the fuck was I going?
All systems nominal.
You shut the fuck up.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
I hope all your needs are being seen to. You just let me know if they're not.
Scanning unknown identity.
Power armor is stir.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock
We're
some
all
heads
looking
together.
forward to working with you.
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package.
Always
upgrades
be
I asked
vigilant.
for. Maybe I
We
should take
have
some
many
courses
enemies.
with them. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between
Hey, Doc.
us and pretty
So,
much all the other departments.
Here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is...
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly.
Uh-huh.
The results could be distant.
Sure.
Our main instrument, coursers, hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact,
assholes.
I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I busted his ass.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'd like to know more about the synth.
Fine. Once a courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases, all too often we're unable to repair the damage and are forced.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Fuck, you come from, bitch.
Sometimes you have to lean on the other departments.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Hey there.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on you, would you?
No.
That armor should serve you well in a firefight.
I know it'll be a
Well,
difficult
sure is.
adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't people.
Limiting at full capacity.
One more son of a bitch to beat.
Greetings, sir.
No, that's you.
We'll start this try.
Advanced.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even doing?
Nothing. At this point, she's...
Excuse me, Doctor.
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
What?
Well, that was productive.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
I don't want it.
I don't want one of those things anywhere near me.
If you expect to be coming and going, you're going to need one. You may have noticed that the relay is our only access to the surface. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the Child Synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
Alright, so we go back to the underground shit. Just have to get that done real quick. We were already here. Fuck it. Let's not talk to Father. Let's talk to Desmond on that. Oh, dude. We're doing underground first. Finish this one. Oh, fuck it. We're already at the fucking building. We ain't gonna fucking do this shit.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind. Unfortunately, no advancement, as remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous, with the superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching.
What do you mean by proper?
I mean that while they are here in the Institute, as you're about to see, how a rogue synth his memories have been erased and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a Courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best for everyone. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger.
Right.
Hey, it's the professor. Professor's back.
Desdemona.
Thank God.
Woo! See, Des, I told you the molecular stabilization matrix held.
Funny, you didn't sound certain yesterday. It is really, really good to see you. Did it work? Did you make it inside the Institute?
I got there, and the Institute is paradise. Healthy people, clean, plenty to eat.
A paradise built on the backs of slavery is no paradise at all. In Tom's holotape, did you make contact with Patriot?
I met Patriot. His name is Liam Benet.
I knew you'd get the job done. We need every scrap of intel you picked up in there. Write up a full report on Pam's terminal. After you're done, we'll analyze it and figure out the next step. Get to it.
You gotta be careful, man. The Institute is everywhere.
Hey.
The latest atmospheric reading from the new Mila is still inconclusive. But we'll catch the Institute. Could always use more Milas placed. If you're interested. If you need something for the road, the shop's open.
Maybe later.
Whatever you say, my friend.
Contact Dr. Amari. She'll have more details on the route. I hope to God the Institute doesn't find us here. Let's not see.
Confirming presence of rogue theft. Dispensing data. Their analysis completed based on target's activity pattern, location, and suspected trajectory. Conclusion. The Institute is actively looking for railroad assets. Stopgap solution. Terminate courser threats whenever possible.
Seems logical to me.
This unit's logic circuits are fully functional. Target designated Courser Alpha is in a defended location with lower generation synth targets. Eliminate Courser variable, leaving no survivors. End of discussion.
Contact Dr. Amari. She'll have more details on the route.
Are you injured?
High-Rise says his route's to Raiders.
There's only one route.
It's too risky. There has to be
Try
a
not to
alternative.
sever anything you might miss.
This is pointless. Pam, will Corby's alternative work?
Calculating.
I suppose we wait.
You're the one that scored the DIA cash, right? Tom's dying to talk to you.
Are you injured? It's a what?
Up top, you gotta be careful. Never know when you're being watched.
Hey.
I'm all ears.
You from one of those vaults? You got too many teeth to be a scam.
Pam.
Preliminary analysis complete.
Anything we need to move on?
Affirmative. Codename Patriot requires admin credentials for Code Defender security software. Cross-indexing CIT security administrators with 2077 Commonwealth Census records. Filtering by surviving structures. One match found. Bergman. Wilfred. Bergman. Wilfred. Registered as co-owner of Cambridge Polymer Labs. Estimated 81% chance of login credentials being located at this facility.
Thanks, Pam.
Complement detected. Analysis irrelevant.
After you get the password report back here, with any luck, we'll have a game.
About to head out. My safe house kitties need me to make some booms.
Glad you're with.
Sorry, Tinker Tom's got me doing something.
Hey.
If I got it.
Welcome to the Cambridge Polymer Labs. Employment opportunities await in the field of scientific research. Shall we begin your application now?
Sure, I'm game.
Let's begin the interview. Due to increased demands for staff in all fields, we have condensed the employment test accordingly. Question 1. Do you possess previous experience with polymer synthesis?
Sounds like you need me regardless, so let's get down to brass tacks.
Calculating test results. I am pleased to offer you the position of lab assistant. Expect a bright future in observing test equipment. Would you like the orientation before beginning your work in the labs?
Sure, why not?
Wonderful. Please find an open seat, and we will begin the presentation.
That's not.
Please find an open seat, and we will begin the presentation. The genesis of Cambridge Polymer Labs lies in the research of a group of brilliant graduate students. John Elwood, Erica Woolham, and Wilfred Bergman met during their time together at CIT. This slide shows them at their graduation. Their research into nucleostrictive and piezoelectric polymers caught the attention of Colonel George Kemp in the fall of 2073. In the spring of 2074, the company was founded, with a generous grant provided by the Defense Experimental Research Project Initiative. The research produced here has resulted in several of the components used in the Liberty Prime project that led to the successful defense of Anchorage. Please save all questions for after the tour of the facility. Please follow me to the research lab so that you may begin your work. Complimentary beverages are provided for employees. Please label any food or cigarettes you leave in the break room. Here is your lab coat and clipboard. Please take a moment to dress in your proper work attire and follow me into the clean room. The research staff will greet you on the other side of the clean room. Thank you for your attention, and welcome to the team. Please enter the clean room. I have been instructed to inform you that Director Elwood has issued mandatory overtime due to uncompleted milestones. Consequently, staff will not be allowed to leave the labs until the piezonucleic lining project has been completed. Please report to the project lead, Dr. Elwood Woolham, for specific research assignments. Scanning for starting decontamination sequence.
Good. What's that?
figured that.
Sweet.
Really want this to be the last mug you see? That's when I thought we were getting along. Building a collection or something?
Nice. There we go.
half of you know this already. But something so big, I can't ask people to keep it secret any longer. The rumor is true. One of our agents has made it inside the Institute.
Is this what Tinker Tom was working on?
Yes, Tom's work is related. But the device and the assembly was the Wanderer's doing. After the device was assembled, he made it inside the Institute. And then back out.
Where is the Institute?
We're not sure exactly. Best guess is that it's somewhere under the old CIT. But they've been using a teleportation device to get in and out, so it could be anywhere.
What did he find out?
I know you all have questions, but I've said everything I'm going to. But know this. The ops you're planning and running now are the most important of our lives. We have a chance at rescuing more synths than we ever dreamed of. So get it done.
Got a lot of
Excellent
synths
work.
in play, right?
On our side, we've gone through your report. It was extraordinary. So many pieces of the puzzle clicked into place. Our final analysis indicates the Institute is far more formidable than we ever feared or imagined. If we stage a mass breakout, Patriot's 13 synths will undoubtedly be the last we ever save. Instead, we use this one chance to rescue all the synths. Every last one of them.
That's a bold plan.
We can't wait. The Institute, so the heart of our problem is manpower. Even if we call it Talk with C-114, if the synths down there want freedom, they must fight.
Right. Z1 seems capable of...
We always thought Patriot was a savior. As much as we owe Patriot. If he learns we're... Good luck. We're all with you.
You were there the day the bombs fell. That must have been terrifying. I bet Dr. Thompson would love to take that home.
Hey, Z1.
We must speak quickly. We cannot risk being discovered. I've made arrangements, but...
A better plan is to use this opportunity to rescue everyone. But...
And I thought Mr. Benet's plan was too ambitious. Of course, I'd fight for my freedom. I know of a few others that... But enough to face all the guards? Yes. Even if... But we should be prepared for some of the synths to fight against us.
You won't be alone.
Together. I admire Miss... I will talk to my friends.
Sure.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Synth unit, you were scheduled for maintenance duty at SRB last month. Anything you'd like to report?
You get me what we talked about, and I'm in business.
Liam, I got your username and password.
You railroad guys really deliver, you know? Hooking that ancient tech up to the modern terminals is going to be seriously time-consuming. Even with that password. So hand it over and I'll get started.
Here you go.
Great. Listen, Z-114 is working...
I was cleaning the terminal and it switched on by mistake. I was just shutting it down.
Was that a stutter?
Liam.
That project you helped with, it's coming along. You understand, right?
It won't happen again.
See that it doesn't. You don't want me to talk. Tell you twice. Now get back to your duties.
asked my friends if they'd take up arms for their freedom. I was surprised at the number of volunteers. But we will fight and die very quickly unless we're given the right material.
I have weapons I can give you.
Excellent.
Uh-huh.
So the ingredients are...
Tell me how I can help.
We've come up with a plan. The Institute's all... The mining equipment has been... Thanks to Mr. Binet. How do you feel about killing some guards?
I'll do it.
Thank you. After you eliminate the SRB, it will be a tragic construction. And then, our dead friends can assemble the weapons we...
Sorry, but I'm too preoccupied with chit-chat.
That project you helped with, it's coming along. You understand? That project you helped with. It's coming along. You understand, right?
The commissary is always open. Would you like some processed sustenance packets?
Father's a great man. You must be very proud. Remember to keep.
Sir,
I can't imagine
having
how
our
long
situation.
It sounds
Code red.
Don't recharge. Primary level below 2%. Also, if you haven't packed your navigation
We're looking into
software,
it.
You're all useless. I'll figure out my thing. In the meantime, tell the others to be on high alert. I want more patrols and more rounds. You see anything even remotely?
You watching? YouTube?
No, I mean Facebook, my bad.
Podcast? You said? Podcast?
Yes, sir. Understood.
I know you are out there. Initiating self-healing actuator damage. Sustaining damage. I cannot allow these attacks to continue.
My programming allows me to terminate you in self-defense.
Now that we have weapons, next time you will not fight alone. Remember Z1's plan. Grab everything we can use. The crates especially.
You have done your part, and we'll do ours. Weapon construction will begin immediately.
Get those weapons made quickly.
We will. Every hour we wait is another hour the SRB could discover us. For now, please continue working with Father. We can't afford for him to grow suspicious. When my people are ready, I will contact you.
Hey, Z1.
I would be happy to assist you.
Excuse me. Feels like this project has been going on for months.
Good afternoon. Food products are available for purchase. Would you care for some?
Best part of my day is coming home to my girls.
Move.
What happened to you?
Raiders. That's what. Those bastards in my family.
Fucking man, it's hard.
Zone is hot.
Okay.